Happy Keep Fit Friday. Hope everybody's doing great this morning. Don't forget, drop me a like in down below before we kick off. Appreciate that. Just click the button. It all helps. Or, drop me a smiley face in the comments or a thumbs up or a bicep emoji or a pizza slice just to let me know you're doing all right. So, yeah, drop me in a like before we kick off. I'd appreciate that very much. Right, so body positive is back. Yesterday, I noticed I went on Twitter, which is not a good idea, but I do because I'm a sucker. So I went on Twitter and I noticed a thread about body positivity, and what was basically happening was somebody made a point that obesity, if you're obese, you have a higher risk of dying early. Okay, that shouldn't be controversial. Okay, that shouldn't be controversial. But then this person was then called out by somebody saying you're being offensive because these people in this picture are beautiful. And it was like, well, they never said that. They didn't say they weren't beautiful. They just said that obesity carries higher risks of early death. Now, when you know what it's like. If you're sort of my age, mid-40s, when you look at what kids do nowadays, your parents were looking at you when you were a kid thinking what you were doing was silly. So it's kind of a generational thing. So even though the world's a different place and the world's arguably a softer place than it was, in my opinion, it's just different and we have to accept that. The one thing that I don't think is right to this message, I think, which is important for all of us to remember, is that lying to yourself isn't a good thing. Okay, so looking in the mirror and pretending that you like what you see when you don't isn't going to help you, because that's the beginning of delusion. Okay, and what you do there, that's like holding a beach ball underwater, and eventually that beach ball is going to pop out. So when I see these arguments and discussions about body positivity, I think it's really important that we get clear on this. If you are obese or overweight, you are not a bad person, but you are unhealthy. Because does that make sense? So if you're obese, you are unhealthy. Now the depth of that poor health, it depends on the individual. Because if you're, say, classed as obese but you're quite physically fit, then you might not be as unhealthy as somebody who's obese, sedentary and smokes. But if you're obese, you are unhealthy. That's not a healthy condition for your body to be in. Okay, and I'm talking actually obese. I don't mean some nonsense BMI calculation that puts you in some scale. So what we've got to do really is two things. Firstly, we've got to not encourage people. We've got to avoid encouraging people to pretend they're happy when they're not, and also, secondly, encourage people to change if they want to, and there's nothing wrong with that. So when I looked at myself in the mirror in 2005 when I was fat and said I don't like that, I need to change it, that's not a bad thing, and we should be supporting people to want to change and improve their situation without beating themselves up or feeling like crap or feeling bad. And for me, that's really the difference. And whilst I think body positivity has got some merit to it, it has to be clear on what we're talking about here is physical versus personal, and we shouldn't be attacking anybody personally for being fat, obese or anything else, but we should be able to point out that in a physical standpoint is not a good thing to be. And I've been obese. It's not, for me, there was nothing good about it. The only good thing about it, in a weird, sick way, was that you could just eat what you wanted and it didn't matter. But that's not a good thing. But it felt good at the time to be able to go, I could just eat that, it's fine, it doesn't matter, who cares? So I think for the message is, for me, it's don't delude yourself to pretend you're happy if you're not, but also don't beat yourself up. Just accept the way you are, and the choices that you make dictate that, if that makes sense. There's no point looking in the mirror and going, I'm a fat, horrible person, but there's also no point going, oh, I'm beautiful, if you don't really believe that. They're both as damaging as each other. The point is to say, I'm here, am I happy with that? If you are, yes, great. If you're not, great, do something about it, and both things are fine. So we've just got to be very careful with this, that we don't confuse the physical and the personal, because that's bad coaching and that's bad language. Telling people to be happy when they're not isn't great. So yeah, it's okay to want to do better and be better, but don't beat yourself up in either context. But most importantly, don't get body positivity confused with delusion. Don't pretend you're happy when you're not, and certainly don't say that you're healthy when you're not, because your body doesn't care what you think, it reacts to its environment. So there you go. So don't forget, drop me a like in below. Appreciate that. Drop us a like. Any comments, any disagree with me, you want to dig me out in the comments, feel free. Appreciate that. I do like a bit of intelligent debate. We do have some spaces available for our next 28-day transformation. We have some slots in the morning available. So if you want to get involved in our women-only fitness program, we specialise in helping women over the age of 30 to help them look better, feel better, and stick to their exercise plans. Just comment below with 28 days. We are limited on group size of 5 at the moment. Don't get me started on that because there's some stuff I need to deal with on that. And yeah, but if you do want to get involved, we do have a couple of spaces. We'll have a chat. We'll see if and how we can help. Just comment below with 28 days and I'll send you all the details. Happy Keep Fit Friday. Let's go.